So, it is about that time. Now we get the good up people there on the live. Rotted. Hold on. There's the phone. Turn on the phone. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear,
Yeah.
NChann. NChann, you hear nice?
I hear it good.
Yes. All right. Big up to everybody on the outside. Tell a friend to tell a friend so we're outside. It's
Share
YAAD
the live,
Entertainment.
everybody, as you're walking, share the live.
As you're walking, share the live. We have the one and only, the bad girl, NChann Soriano. Yeah, no! Yes.
Again. NChann.
Yes.
Say it again.
NChann Soriano. Yes. So, NChann, big up yourself. Thank you for joining in to this
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, take up this.
Welcome,
Big up yourself.
I want to share up the live with everybody.
Everybody, make sure you share the live. Tell a friend, so we're outside, right?
Live. As you're walking,
Nice.
Live.
Okay. Share the live right now. Share the live right now. Share the live right now.
Hey.
Share the live.
Share the live right now, cuz NChann.
Share the live right now.
She on spot.
Share the live right now.
She here.
Share the live right.
Cuz.
Share the live right now.
Hey.
All right.
I realize.
It's Gucci though. Anyways,
Hey, share the live.
hold on. Cause we get a little technical difficulty. Let me rectify it right now.
But now I hear no sound, dog. Can you guys hear me?
Mic check.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We hear you now.
All right. We on the inside right now.
Here we go.
Good now. We on the inside. Now we clean.
Big up
Yeah.
to everybody on the check line. The walking share the live.
Talk to them. Talk to them,
you know
NChann.
it's crazy.
Introduce yourself. Talk to them.
Hold up. Before we start, I'm here looking over here when you're over here, and it's really getting me confused because I'm like, wait, she's saying, but the motion is not given.
It's different.
It's different. So I gotta look over here.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Hold on. I have to pull up the interview chair. You have to pull up the interview chair. So, NChann, I see you on the outside. You do your thing. First of all, big up yourself.
Big up
for
yourself.
the release of Brockout.
Here we go.
For Brockitown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brockitown.
So, big up yourself for the tune for the one time Brockitown, brother.
Produced by DJ Maze and Baby Bang.
Yes.
That's my Dirty Records family.
Dirty Records. You see the scene. Dirty Records are there on the outside.
Yeah, Dirty Records been going on with a bag of
Big up to
team
Baby
this year.
Bang.
That's a yeah, I like working with you guys. That's for sure like a different level of production coming out of Europe. So we have Europe kind of on a like a chokehold right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good look. Big up the whole family over there. Big up to Tajay, another female artist. I believe she's like more on the soca side.
Yeah.
She's doing her thing as well. Lincoln as well with the other song that we dropped in December called Hot.
Yes. That one fucking bad tune, you know?
Yeah.
Tune.
You play the tune for them. Play the tune for them.
And I have been working together for a little over a year now, so
yeah.
We have a few singles together.
And,
yeah, the work has been solid. I can't complain.
The work is solid. All right.
Yeah,
all right. I like this.
Man.
So
yeah.
I have one question for you. Just give me the instrumental to it. Cut off the vocal to the tune. Cut off the vocal and give the tune.
Speaking of producers, I have a bunch of them in here. People like all of the guys them I've worked with. Big up to every last one. We see Aishenko the Popping. We see Starboy League, who we got some things coming with him as well. Eddie Rhyme is also a feature on another DJ Maze track that is supposed to come out very soon.
Yeah.
So big up to those guys. Redda Fella just check in. Redda Fella is the mixing and mastering engineer on the new project, the Vengeance project. Both the EP and the mixtape. So big up to him. He's all the way out in Australia. So thank you so much, Redda.
Big up, big up, big ups.
Big up.
If anybody know about time zones, we're big on international around here. So that's one of the biggest challenges that we have doing music across the globe.
Yeah.
Because of the time difference. So you know it go already. So Redda is 14 hours ahead of me. So I appreciate the fact that he checking in. If he gone already, I wouldn't even be upset.
14 hours.
Bedtime by now.
Well, not even 14 hours or what? 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm morning time. I'm there.
I'm good.
So I'm good. Him get you.
In good, bro.
But I see you working with a lot of people, and that is great. That is amazing, you know. Because at the end of the day,
don't get me wrong, you know.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, when we in this musical industry, when we doing this thing for the people, you know, you have to know plenty people. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
Yeah. For the most part, yeah. For the most part. But what you know helps. Knowing
what
something
you know, of
helps.
course. No, you can't come into the industry knowing nothing. But you can't come into the industry knowing everything. You don't know everything.
But it helps, yeah.
Of
who
course,
you know really does help. But I think the you know, my particular I wouldn't say claim to fame is just the fact that I have such a broad musical ear, and I think it stems from the fact that I'm just eclectic all the way through. I listen to all different types of music. It helps me to relate a lot easier to different production. Yeah. So my palette is very like broad when it comes to tone and style and
you have to be versatile. Versatility is very important.
So I've literally industry. Pegged myself the fusion god because yes. Anytime you refer to me from now on, you don't know how it go. You have to say NChann Soriano, aka the fusion god.
Fusion god.
Yeah.
I'll cut two jobs just for you.
The fusion god.
I'll go cut a job just for that. Just for that. So anytime you're on tune, producer tag one time.
Right here. Yeah, man.
Right. So, with that being said, I like you was talking about your versatility. I want to know what your creative process is. Like, what is the process in you coming up with the different types of music you come out? I know you have tuning in hip hop. You have like a soca vibe kind of tune. You have a dancehall vibe kind of tune. You have Afrobeats. You have the golden, the original reggae type of music. So how you just come up with things like this?
Well, one of my followers is here, but I will tell you something. He's already married.
Married?
Yeah, married. So that's the secret. I'm married.
Yeah, man.
So the fact that I have equally like the amount of different genres that you just pointed out, I have a personality literally for each and every one. So
I always
it
tell
helps
people
that I'm a little bit.
But I always tell the people that
it's the rhythm, you know, like I get the rhythms and the rhythm tell me what to do or say. You get me?
Right. Yeah.
So for that reason, it's like I don't really know. Like there is no one song has the same process.
Yeah.
So it's like I get the rhythm. It'll tell me what it wants me to say. And then from there, it's more so challenging myself stylistically, you know, trying to implement different cadences, different flow, melody, you know. And
different type of everything. Like you just have to switch it up.
Yeah. For the most part, it's like silently, I think, I don't like to admit it, but it's a one-up. Like every chance I get, I try to one-up myself from the last song.
You must.
Yeah.
You must.
So,
you see, that's why I name myself the Mixie Kid. Because you see, you have to be mixy. You have to be different. You have to be. You always gotta surprise yourself every time you touch whatever your set is. Whether it's a DJ controller, whether it's a camera, whether it's a microphone, whatever it is. You have to do something. You know, you have to change up every time you think. You can never. Everything has to be live. live in your head. It has to be live.
Yeah.
Because if it's not fresh, then everybody go listen and go say, hey, yo, this person sounded the same from the last tune. And
for me, it's also about like, how far can I go? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What next? So I'm excited every time I get a new rhythm. I'm almost like anticipating like what's coming. So I more so want to work with producers who kind of challenge that. You know what I mean? Give me something. You know, spend some good time on your production and make it, you know, do something serious. So I know say, oh, let me hear that. Like, I've had rhythms where I get them, honestly, like, all right, Starboy, the rhythm that we did, right? I actually heard it, and we ended up linking it to another, actually, the producer of the Jamaican EP. And
big up to the 1 year.
Them guys, it was like, yo, me hear the rhythm.
1 year, 1 year?
That's a God. Like, it just speak, and you know, certain things, when you get a good instrumental, the story almost tell itself.
Yeah.
And you're just putting the narrative to it, but it's like the rhythm tell you how to feel, how you feel. And then it's just, all right, put your words and your feelings and your flow to it.
It's the same as DJing. Like, you know, you feel the music. You feel the beat, everything.
The bass line, the drums,
the
highs, the lows. You have to feel everything. When you feel it, that's when it makes you.
It makes you like, you know.
It makes you think. It makes you, you know.
It gives you. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it gives me that tingle, and then it's just like, okay, I'm getting somewhere, and then you just keep going.
Yeah.
I know you just bust a little dancing when you're in the studio. You does.
Some rhythms do. Even with this mixtape, right?
Yeah.
The rhythms that I chose were for the same reason. Some popular, but some more popular than others, for the most part, but not necessarily in more so based on the time frame that they came out, but not necessarily in the feeling, because collectively they all have that hold on dancehall. When you hear it, you say, yo, remember this rhythm, you take me back to an actual place. But then now you come with fresh new lyrics, melody, you know, a whole different perspective.
Yeah, because now you have to, it's like you're reviving it. It's like you're reviving what used to be the foundation. Now you just like there's this video I was watching the other day. I can't remember where I was watching it. I think it was on Instagram. In Tokyo, the people them they don't want to broke down one there's a school like 80 years old, like it's old. It's foundation to the community. They don't want to break it down, but they want to build upon it. So what them do, them pick up the school and move it, you know. Serious thing, they move it, but that's what that is it's moving what used to be the foundation and building on top of it, making more, turning it over and say, yo, this is what we learned from.
I just kindly modified.
Yeah, you know, you have to like I learned from the past and I make different.
Yeah, I would hope that the producers of those foundational rhythms, if they are listening, respect the feeling and everything more, so I can see like the homage that I'm trying to pay and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my!
I like that.
Hi, my love.
Welcome to everybody on the inside.
That is my boo from long time. Hi, baby girl.
Welcome to everybody on the outside. Make sure you share the live.
I'm so glad that everyone was able to check in. I'm really excited about this project. So, you know.
Yours truly, Kid the Mix on the inside, on the MIC. JB on the Fish Off on the ones and trees. YAAD Entertainment on the inside. NChann Soriano, the Fusion Master.
Fusion Master.
Girl, how are you,
on
darling?
the inside. Tell everybody if you share the live. We outside, we here. Like underwear. No.
Wait, I got a question.
Talk to them.
So, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, what is your dream collab? Just wanted to ask you that.
You always doing these foundational.
I just wanted to know.
Foundational rhythms.
Dream collab.
You do what you do. Afrobeat, dancehall, reggae, hip hop.
You was talking about all of that. You was talking about all of that.
Setup right there. Mina and wow.
All right, so
you're trying to get me blacklisted already?
Not even.
Not yet. I haven't even thought about it, honestly.
I see that.
I'll answer it this way, right? My
Answer
collab.
Answer blame. Answer
No,
broad. My
dream collab is the one I'm actually invited on by the person who wants to collab. One that I don't have to bully nobody for.
Big thing.
Yes. Yes. You see how when you
collab with any major artist that they literally are intrigued, are in love with my craft, you know?
Yeah.
To reach out and ask me, that would be the dream collab. Because
that
it
is
would be
amazing.
genuine, you understand?
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So I guess we can't ask this question.
So whomever
dream collab is out to the question.
So we can't ask this question then.
You can ask me that at another time.
All right,
we will ask you that further on down the road.
Yeah.
Further on down the road, I mean,
like
10, 15
you know?
What? We're going to ask you that further down the road. And further down the road is like 10, 15 minutes. All right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, actually, you know what? Since we're on the controversial topic, we're gonna be a little bit more controversial because YAAD Fridays is about recklessness. We always anything goes.
So I'm a step away.
Hold on. This is the best one right there because you see she do reggae and she do American things. She do pop and hip hop and all kind of things.
Yeah.
So for you, Bob Marley or Michael Jackson?
Oh God.
Bob Marley or Michael Jackson?
Well, we can't really put them in the same genre. You feel me? They're different genres.
It's different genres.
That's apples, right? JB's right. It's apples and oranges.
But it's more of a what would you believe? Who would you believe to have more of an influence on
one another?
I get where he's coming from. He's asking like. Basically, which one had influence with
who really? Say that neither.
You can't even say that either. Oh God,
you can't even say.
You can't even say that neither.
Because there's some people who would argue and say Michael Jackson is more influential, but then you have to realize that culturally,
Bob Marley is like our Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
You know what? Better question, right?
Yeah.
Better question. Who's a better DJ, Kid or JB?
I can answer that question for
you.
I can answer that question for you. Hold on. I can answer that question for you. Turn up the volume.
Here we go. Yeah, this. Watch this.
Who that? The Kid the Mix.
Yeah, man.
But here it go.
It's JB, baby.
Here we go. What you got?
Hold on.
Yes,
I'll tell you.
Una gonna take my when I drop for me, I use them see. Hey. Oh God. Yo.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
at the end of the day,
the highest places. I cannot believe this.
At the end of the day, YAAD Fridays is always off the limit. There's no limits when it comes to YAAD.
No, but my respect on a big time because I literally had, I didn't really know, but I had a feeling like, all right, you guys have talent or whatever, but I had no idea that you guys literally had like this whole entity. Like I was like, oh, okay.
That's the goal. The goal is to not only do this DJ and the music thing, but to make sure and give everybody that type of entertainment. So whether it's like artists, you want sound, light, stage, camera, you want decoration. It's a whole experience more and give you,
Well, the funny thing is, it's great because see, I'm wearing my blue. And, this is for autism awareness.
Yes, you should.
Yeah. So I guess
I got my blue
just
too.
a little backstory, if you guys don't mind.
Of course, by all means.
So what people don't know is that you guys are, how can I say, counselors?
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. You guys are the counselors at the after school center that my son goes to. So big up to Gavin.
All I gotta say was, Gavin know me before.
Gavin?
Gavin love me more.
So
that's a cat.
Just knowing that you guys take care of, do very well to take care of him for me during the day, you know, and then obviously during the vacations and stuff like that, he's there. I've had such a huge turnaround as far as just like having the time to do all of this music. So partially, you know, you guys are to be very much thanked. Everybody at NChann, because without that resource in my life, I can't tell you where I've been, because it was such a hard thing to really navigate the music, not having, you know, specialized care for him. And then, you know, he, as soon as he became a part of the program, it's like he's just been thrusted into just this day-to-day thing where it's like now it's almost like if he does not go, he's agitated. You know what I mean? So it's become like his method of therapy all the way around. And, you know, I'm grateful for that. So to now be able to share the music, you know, to see it from the other angle now, where it's like you guys get to see like, hey, this is what I do all day. But I dump them off on you guys.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what I've been up to. You know, when you see me breaking my neck coming in at 6:05, like, yeah, I was stuck in traffic. I was in the studio till 6 o'clock. And I drove like a mad lady down the Belt Parkway to get to y'all. So, you know, I have to say thanks and big y'all up differently. So it was a pleasure definitely to try to, you know, get this part of it together and just support you guys and also, you know, highlight you guys too, because you guys do a really good job.
Thank you. We appreciate that a million times over. So, speaking of Gavin, of course, Gavin is an inspiration to you, to make you do music. It leads me into my next question. What first got you into this music industry?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
I've been doing music since I was younger than my children. So I started with dance. I've been in and out of like performing arts programs, this, that, and all my life. My mother started me very young, but I came into music on my own. I'm self-taught. So everything you see me doing, I spent 1 year in audio engineering school. And that's it. Everything else is natural. I taught myself to sing. I taught myself to write. I taught myself to produce. I just been doing it so long that it's like I do it in my sleep now. I write songs literally in my sleep.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. So it's a long time coming, honestly. I got serious about recording like junior high school, freshman year of high school, kind of. So, you know, I've been doing it for a very long time, and I've only just tried to perfect it to the point where now I'm, you know, able to be fully independent.
I like that. You know, you have to start from young.
Yeah.
You know how long I was DJing?
Yeah.
You wanna know how long I was DJing?
How long?
Hold on. I've been DJing for 14 years.
Oh God.
I've been DJing for 14 years.
Just want to tell you, this man old.
And you know what's crazy?
This man old.
You know what's crazy? I'm not even that
old.
old.
I like him, yo.
He old.
Please.
I'm not even that old. I'm not even that old. I'm still relatively young.
Old.
But you know what's crazy? Even like you said, you know, you was in the dance and you went to school for audio engineering. I'm pretty sure you said your mother did put you in the music industry too.
Well, she got me started in performing.
Got you started.
So I did a lot of dancing at first.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah. It's always the parents. You know, it starts with the parents.
It really
because
is.
How I got into it was from my father. And from how my father got into it was his uncle. Because big up to Teddy in Trinidad, big up to himself. DJ Tuffy, big up himself too. But that's how you do it. That's how you get into this field. You have
passed down by
it's passion. It's a passion to come into this.
It's almost like
this field.
It's nurture or nature over nurture, so to speak.
Yeah.
It depends on how you look at it, because even though she started me in the process, I think it was just the thing that, you know, every white person that has a daughter, for the most part, you know, they're in ballet, they're in some kind of extracurricular activity. And you know, when we moved to this country, it was like my mom worked for one of the richest white families that I don't know, you know, for people who know who Merrill Lynch is at that time. She was working as the she was the head of the house staff for Merrill Lynch at that time. So I grew up in that life, kind of just like her, trying to emulate what they were doing, what they ate. So if you understand how American life kind of looks, you know what I mean? Like that was what she wanted for herself. So everyone, you know, most people who leave the islands is just trying to chase that so-called American dream. And then, you know, we get here and it's like, all right, well, we still have to remember that we look the way we do. So you might get some things, but you're not really going to fully or be able to embrace it all, because there's still going to be that little barrier that says, hey, you're a little too melanated. So, you know, over the years, money and all those things played a role in why things kind of were a bit unstable. And then, you know, culturally, that's where the dance hall part came in, because we go party and, you know, my father did have some turntable, and music space in the house was like wall to wall and big speaker and ray. So without realizing it, I was falling in love with entertaining from an early age. But then also I learned the art or the culture of reggae and dancehall music. You understand? So subconsciously, I'm just taking in all of these different sounds. And one of the first albums that I had the pleasure of really falling in love with, as you mentioned earlier, was Legend by Bob Marley. At that time, I was a baby. You know what I mean? So, and just thinking about it now, I'm looking at it, I said, man, without knowing that this was going to be my life, I was already getting bits and pieces of all the little things that I was going to need to pull from later on. So it was more of a nature process. What was going on around me kind of prepared me for it. And then I found it within myself where it was like, oh, this is something that I could really get into and do. But the reggae aspect, the dancehall aspect, the cultural aspect of it, I kind of more pursued that, because growing up in America, you know, we were kind of more brought up to be more like the American kids, and it just didn't work. I was too island for them. You know what I mean? So it's like you never really, you don't fit in nowhere. And I had to learn that early on, to embrace what is more you than, you know. So
you have to be yourself.
Yeah. So
you have to be yourself. Definitely. And you know what's crazy? I was just telling JB the other day, I was saying, when you're in this music industry, it can be a job, but you have to have fun with it. You know, you have to be able to take in that passion and say, yo, like, I can turn on this and lost myself.
Right.
Because once it becomes a job and there's no fun into it, the whole thing just turns you off.
Some people turn off from it.
That's the difference between having a gift and a hobby.
Exactly.
When there's a hobby, it easily becomes work. Your gift will not allow you to sleep.
Exactly.
So I'll be there, and I swear to God, I have not slept in like 36 hours. Like more than just a...
But that
reason I can keep going, because this is driven from a gift and it's a passion, than it is just I think I can do it.
Exactly. You know, when you have that passion,
give that a try.
It turns it fun.
Yeah.
When you have that passion, that's what makes it.
And when you have that passion, you find new ways to bring other things into it too.
Right.
You know,
so
it gives you that
opportunities.
Yeah, man. So at this point now, it's like I'm relishing the ability to just keep going. Like now, it's like, okay, we got the little engine started. Let's kick it up and see where this shit takes us.
Yeah.
So
let's get it rolling and see where we go from here. So yeah.
I like that. So, well, for one, we mentioned it earlier. You mentioned Jamaicana, and I'm pretty sure it's the 1 year anniversary. Tomorrow is the 1 year anniversry.
Yes.
So
I'm so excited. I'm really excited. It's my first solo, like not solo, but like executive produced project. So I told
big ups.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell them again.
May I tell you, boy, may I tell you this? So I want to give you the story in a nutshell, right? I'm trying to condense it as best as I can, but it's hard because it's so many like, oh fuck moments. Like really?
That's what the industry is.
Yeah,
that's what the industry is.
Just to kind of like condense it just a little bit. Let's try to get it all in such a small period of time. But it came about in the middle of COVID. Let's say April 2020, right?
Yeah.
So COVID hits in March, and then about April, for those who are on the live that know who DeMarco is. Yeah.
Big up DeMarco.
So
Big up DeMarco.
Big ups.
And still probably has. And I know he did one recent, a live series on YouTube called DeMarco Upon the Beat.
Yeah.
So I was alerted by another soundman friend of mine, a DJ friend, that I was, laying in my bed 11 o'clock at night. At that time, I was homeless like a stray dog. And I'm laying there and just like, it's a Saturday. What the hell am I going to do? Ain't got nothing else going on. And my phone goes off and it's a message on IG. And, bro hits me up and was like, yo, head over to YouTube. DeMarco looking for artists for Vice, a song. And I'm like, okay. So I jump up out my bed. Like, it wasn't like I was doing anything important. I'm sleeping or whatever. But all right, no problem. So I'm going to go over there now. And I'm sitting in the live and whatever, and he's building a rhythm live on the live. So, people are throwing their 2 cents in, yada yada yada, and then he don't know, and he say first 5 people for send their email in a chat. He might go send the rhythm to them right now. Who tells me?
Quick fast.
Who tells me if I go send my email? So I did it. I typed away.
You was the first?
And literally, I see my email light up. There's the rhythm with his logo and everything attached to it. I said, boom. Say it again, because guess what? Miss won't give you a joke.
Yes. Watch joke.
Watch joke now. Me live in a shelter. When me I go buy song to go give him back tomorrow night. So me now start fret because me I say, girl, where you gonna do that for?
You don't get yourself in all kind of fuck,
So, yeah. So now me start call on your place because I've always been a girl with resources. I try to keep people as in my circle and certain things, network and whatever, and I try to always maintain certain links. We start call down. So live ends at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So as soon as we jump off, I'm like, who got studio time? Who wanna, I need to get in now. Don't ask me how I was gonna get the money. Don't ask me how I was gonna get there. Cause remember, it's shut down now, right?
Yeah, you was gonna make it work.
You're just making it work.
So that's an understatement. So by the next morning, 7 o'clock, big up to Curly, wherever I'm there right now. Curly owns a studio over in Williamsburg, and Curly linked me and say, yo, was the first and only, the first person, wasn't the only person, but everybody I guess thought like, oh, I got time to sleep in. You see, time is money. So Curly hit me up like 6:30 in the morning. I'm gonna jump up and he say, yeah, come in. We will find a guy and a little youth and what time I want to come in. So I said about 12 o'clock. Him say, all right, no problem. So I go in and I voiced a song called Flex. And then, we send it back or whatever. And Flex come in probably like 3rd or so. And he liked the song overall, and unfortunately, I don't know what the overall process was or what was not, why the rhythm didn't actually finish or went forward in any way. I'm not 100% sure what held it up, but said all of that to say, the producer of the EP was also a part of a different challenge, which was for producers, and he won as well. So apparently must have seen which the week before, saw my submission and linked me in my email first, no, in my DM first. And I kind of like,
you get nervous.
Because, there's a lot of creepy people out there. So when I look now, I'm going to say, all right, and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. And big up to Bees, the Trackstar Media Group. As you saw, Starboys on that label, part of that label they produced together. They've been doing great work so far. So all of those youths, them work together. They know the market, them know. You understand? So
yeah,
like the fact that him reach out to me because I did not know him. And this is a very, very big lesson to anybody that's on IG and you either think that you're too popular or whatever. You can miss the biggest blessing in your life just by trying to count
say that again. Say that again.
Because it nearly passed me. I'm not gonna tell you a lie. And it wasn't until I checked my email. I was actually doing some work with another artist friend of mine, and we were over by LMR Studios. So for those who don't know who LMR is responsible for Cranium.
Cranium. Yeah. What's it all?
So while I was doing some vocal work, we're standing there in the control room and, you know, just chopping it up. And I looked down at my phone and I said, who this? When I'm looking at my email now, he's done send me like 25 redeem. I'm ready to give us up. I think like, is this a prank?
No, you start. See, that's when it starts.
You know, someone say, God, the man really did reach out for work. So I felt bad. And then we go back and we link him and, you know, we make the exchange of numbers and Ray. And when we sit in the rhythm, them, I'm start listening to rhythm. I say, no, sir, the whole of the rhythm, them bad. How the frig am I going to choose? So hear me now with the big idea. If you say, why don't we just do a project? And it turned into 20-something rhythms. I tried to get it down to 8. I had 8 solid songs. And then, you know, I was in the process of moving. He was in the process of moving. So I finally got my apartment after 5 years of being on, you know, on this weird roller coaster that we call shelter life. And the kids and I finally moved in. So we had started voicing some of the stuff beforehand, but I have videos even that I posted of what the setup looked like while we were recording. I had no furniture here. I had nothing. There was like one folding chair that my sister had in a basement somewhere. I think when she was living in Canarsie, and she brought, you know, 1 and 2 chair. I had all the, like, you know, the tote bins that you have, the Rubbermaid bins. We had stacked them up. And my engineer, OJ, at the time, had just set up his little laptop, and he had his little home set up. He broke everything down and brought it over, and we had just one rusty mic. And but we'll work, man, we'll work. So that setup, I recorded Sama Day. I recorded, I did Gambo, and I did Patiently Waiting. We did the first recording of Patiently Waiting. And then I got my money up, you know, and I was really working hard, saving, pinching, and then was able to buy, you know, my own mic and new interface, new this, new that. Still wasn't able to afford the computer and everything, so OJ was still working with us with, you know, his own stuff, and little by little I pieced everything, you know, together, and, you know, one thing at a time. I was on Sweetwater today and friggin' what, you know, Amazon the next day, and it was like, I know that the neighbors were like, yo, this bitch always got some shit coming. Like, she got money. What the fuck is going on? Every day my neighbor had to be taking in packages for me, because as we turn around, as we get $1, where some girl would go on vacation, and, you know, I do some nice things. Me not go out, me not do nothing, me in the house. I work, you know.
I'm build your stuff up.
Best prices. Like, that was my best pastime. Like, most people who are watching Netflix, a bitch was on Amazon waiting for the price to go down. Like, I'm over here like, okay, can I get these speakers? You know, combing for speakers, combing for, you know. Yeah, Dre, like, I'm just like, bro, like, when me tell you, say, yo, I mean, everything, even the soundproofing that's on my wall. You understand? Like, I went through so much stuff just trying to build it up. And I you know, we pushed, we pressed. We finished voice in March 2021, and we got stuck in the mixing and mastering process. So that didn't work out. End of year come, I'm going to start feel like, say, yo, me I feel your fuck, me do all of this, and me still now nothing for sure. People are asking me, like, what go on with the music, and what go on with the music. But you guys saw the video I posted yesterday where I got my first royalty payment.
Yes, yes. I was going to mention that.
It was $1, man. I still have it. I wanted to frame it. I'm gonna frame it tomorrow because I bought a special frame. But here it is.
The $1.
My $1. I earned this motherfucker.
As you should.
As you should. That is the first step. That is the first step.
While all that was going on, yo, I was feeling like I was stalled. Do you understand? Like God just put a big old like
yeah.
Know it. I mean, I said, Ross. So during that time, you know, I took it upon myself to say, okay, well, you have time to build your business now. You understand? So that might have been what it was. It was like God was like, hold on, wait a minute, pause. Let's get the the foundation set proper. So even though I had like the LLC and all of that before I had left the shelter, there was still, in that time I was doing my website. I was working on, I'd already had my ASCAP and all that set up, but it was also registering for all the other smaller companies that a lot of artists don't know that they're supposed to register for. So all of this was done 2-3 years ago. You understand? And I'm just now getting my first dollar.
Your first
$1 million.
Yes. First
to million.
That's been the
first to millions
JB,
for true.
Don't lie. You are now the 4th person that said that phrase verbatim, and I believe it wholeheartedly. So
listen. As a pastor's kid, you know my words.
Right.
So first to millions.
Yes.
I'm gonna say.
So now we're here. Fast forward, and I am super, super grateful. Here's the funny thing: all of this happened during COVID, right? So for those who don't know, Starboy was there because Starboy, I know, say it was a vibe, right? Starboy did not know at the time. The first time that I was actually meeting Bees was the night that we were working on his song. So Bees lived in Arizona when I met him, moved to Georgia, and then ended up back in Michigan. From Michigan to New York. This was last October. And that was the first time I had actually seen Bees in person. I've never met any of these producers that have done any of my songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not physically been able to stand in a room. So the first time I met Bees was last October, and he doesn't even know I was like super emotional. Like low-key after he left, I cried. As you should, because at the end of the day, that $1, that royalty, it mean more than just $1 to you. It's bigger than $1.
It show you.
People ask me like, yo, you going to over one. Me say, Mama, first of all, me not like for brag nor boast. Everybody who really knows me knows I'm not hype. People say, yo, why you don't be out here literally like shouting from the rooftops, yo, you're bad. Me say, self-praise is no recommendation. That's the first thing. So me can't tell you I'm bad all I want. If you don't feel so, it not gonna make no difference, right? But regardless of how you feel, it not gonna change what's real about me. So me prefer you tell me I'm bad, because at least then you would be second in a notion. That means trying to force feed you ideology that I have. You understand the difference? So
yeah,
me, I find more value in it when it's given to me, as opposed to me really just like trying to force that idea on anybody. But I say all of that to say like, yo, it's $1. But you see this back here, sir?
It's hard work.
$100 for that.
Hard work.
You understand?
The profit finally starting to
hard work pays off.
The profit starting to come.
Hard work pays big off. Up to all of the females that are out here independently doing whatever craft that they do. But
talk
so
to
much
them.
More for the females in music because we have it rough. You understand? I'm not trying to like downplay or give no kind of judgment or anything like that. Get it how you get it, mama. You understand? But I didn't have to fight for mine. You get me? Yeah. I really didn't. And it's not to be shady. And I really didn't, because don't think it didn't cross my mind. You understand? And I remember making a comment one time. We were in the session with Bees, and I said to Bees, he did have one piece of equipment. And I said, how much for that? And he said, somewhat like $1,000 or more. And I said, bombard, look how much coochie coupon me I got for cash in to find out. And he said, no, Mama, better me give you. No. He's like, yo, I'd give you it first before I let you go for nothing.
So with all of that, we know, say, we know, say, you came from pretty much, it's a rags to riches story you come from, you know?
Absolutely.
Rags to riches.
Yeah.
The riches just now start. You just reach over the mountain. Now it's
The
time to
floodgate
climb down the
no.
mountain and enjoy the beach on the next side of the mountain. Time to climb down the mountain and say, all right, now this is how we make it. When you reach the bottom of that mountain, you make it.
Yeah. No.
That's when you make it. That's when you make it for true. No. You're still at the ocean.
No.
But when you reach the bottom,
then said the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So
exactly.
No way, brother.
Right. Respect.
Yeah, underwater mountain. You know mountain go so, you know. You know mountain underwater go so. Don't worry. When you reach up, sir, you still have to go down, sir. You have to reach everywhere.
Me reach the top of one mountain, right? As far as, I guess, the business side of it, I've conquered a certain level of it, right? Where my foundation is pretty much set. I've proven that by the fact that I'm able to even earn money. You get me? So it means that everything that I did where I was feeling stagnated in 2021, when people were calling me and wanting music, I mean, never really have it ready. And, you know, it really had me feeling like, oh my God, what am I really doing? I'm now seeing the benefits of taking my time. You understand? And not allowing anybody to rush my process. Because the music I go there, the people I go there. My real fans, them not gonna know it. You get me? Anybody who really say NChann, not gonna know it. And you know, even when I was working on this project, big up to see there, Jamaican drummer boy. I'm coming from far. This is a bandmate of mine. You understand? I was doing roots first before the whole dancehall thing. And you know, these are the guys that I work with. So I've had my foot in this shit for a minute now.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to actually start earning, and that $1 is just the first.
It's definitely amazing to see that you finally got your first royalty. So big ups to you for the one time. Many more royalties is coming from that. That same dollar gonna make you $1 million.
So
that same dollar, so nobody spend it, you know. You treat it like Mr. Crab.
Me buy the picture frame already. I'm gonna frame it too.
You have to treat it like Mr. Krabs and him nickel. And his first nickel and big rocks too. And
I tell you, say, you know when people, anybody who open a shop, think about it that way, right? Take it out of music for a minute, because some people are saying, well, $1 can do. Imagine if you open a shop and you spend your last savings, whether a barber shop, candy store, some kind of, you know, clothing store, something. And you know, say you take all of your hard-earned pinch and save and you do the most to invest in other place there. And you open your door. The first person will come in and buy even a candy. If you not drop down and ball, you never want it. You never really want it, because all that work, all of that energy, all of the sleepless nights, the agony, the friggin' anxiety, the things that, you know, the fear of it not working out, because enough of we go through it where you say, yo, you reach 3/4 of the way and you don't know that, but you start feeling like, boy, maybe we should have turned back, you know. Maybe we should have gone long back at the job where, you know, I ask boss man, if you can hire me back, because, girl, boy, me I tell you, the rent due tomorrow and you don't know where the music or the money for it is coming from. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a big deal. It's
a very, 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 very big deal. Very, very, very big deal. So, with that being said, I'm looking at this battery life here and this thing here, and the thing walling on, dogs. Wall on, but I have one more question for you. One more question. We have time to squeeze it. This is the final question anyway. What is next for NChann Soriano? What is next for NChann Soriano?
So, today we dropped the Vengeance Project, or the first half of the Vengeance Project. So it's a 2-volume project, the EP and the mixtape, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to, before I drop this new version, because it's a brand new version of NChann. I wouldn't even say brand new. It's just true to who I've always been. Very versatile, very, you know, can't put me in a no box, can't really tie me down. You know, so it's a very new sound from what people have been used to so far. I've had the more European style. I know this is more of the more island style. So this sounds more like the dance hall that I think a lot of people have been missing.
Yeah.
The best way to introduce it was with, you know, the mixtape, putting it on, you know, putting some brand new, fresh perspective, new music or new style rather on some foundation style rhythms to give those people who have that nostalgic taste, like myself, a bit of retro vibe, but with a new spin. So that way they were introduced to the abilities that I have in the new school. You know what I mean? But I'm an old head in that way. Like I love 80s and 90s and, you know, the early 2000s, and that I come from that era. So anything within that range, even before that, but specifically that range. And I think that it's fun music to do, and I think people love hearing it. And I just hope that they really take to this project in that way and let that usher in the brand new sound of the EP, which is dropping a little later on. And yeah, so Vengeance is coming.
Vengeance is coming.
Vengeance soon.
Vengeance is coming. So, with that being said, everybody, you hear it here first. NChann Soriano, the Fusion Master on the inside.
God.
Fusion God! Right?
Fusion Goddess.
Fusion Goddess. Fusion Goddess. You have to get it right. No matter fight, you have to get it right. Right?
One of them chain like what popcorn have.
Yeah. It goes to Fusion. Fusion. Anyway, yours truly, Kid the Mix on the MIC and the ones on cheese. NChann Soriano on the inside. JB Unofficial on the inside. We are going to sign off. NChann, sign off for me. Sign off for me before we get them the last
I just want to thank everybody for coming and tuning in with me, sitting down and giving me a chance to preview my new project. Big up to YAAD Entertainment. Big up to you, Kid the Mix. Big up to JB Unofficial. Big up to Grimm's Promotion. Big up to Miss Diamond Promotion. Big up to NChann's World Music. Big up to all the producer there when it come for the live. Because I'm not found out. I don't want to waste some more time. And then go and play some music. Love on bad.
What thing? So, with that being said, you sign out from NChann. What's the next tune right here? You don't know. Vengeance is coming. The first half of the mixtape dropped today. The EP coming up soon.
Yeah, volume
Make
1
sure you reach out and get it
today.
out.
It's available on SoundCloud and on enchantsworld.com.
Make sure you get it right.
I'm going to type it in the chat, and if you want to, you can pin it, the website where they can find the music. All of my music is there, by the way.
Put it up. We are going to pin it, and we are going to run this last tune. Everybody, big up yourself. Thank you one and all for coming out. Yours truly, Kid the Mix, signing out. JB Unofficial, signing out. YAAD Entertainment, signing out. NChann, big up yourself for joining the live.
Guys, love you guys so much. Give thanks.
Take a screenshot of this. Make sure you post it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You're outside each and every Friday.
Here we go.
Right?
Hey, well, you don't know, say your girl NChann Soriano.
Watch out!
YAAD Entertainment. Yeah, and we say big up
Tell
man
them.
like the mix. You really need for the chip too. Big up man like JB Unofficial. Asian Sensation.
NChann.
We say what them Kid the Mix. Make them know what.
Let me talk to them right now. Watch it.
It's a YAAD Entertainment exclusive. Your JB, NChann Soriano. Your girl, she text me, say you mad up for her head. Oh, your blood clot body in a bed. She say you are the punny demon, have a ball and a bed. She say
hold on. We gonna play that right now.
You know you have to pull up that tune. NChann, hey, girl, you do your thing on this one, you know. Talk to them.
Here we go.
She text me, say you mad up for her head. Oh, your blood clot body in a bed. She say you are the punny demon, have a ball and a bed. She say your blood clot body in a bed. Tell me how you cock it up. Tell her how the pretty fat so till it buff. She never say another word before she know the cock.
Yes.
Cock it up. She beat him one.
Oh no, thank you for coming out.
Like a demon.
You're truly Kid the Mix.
No, me hear the gal.
JB Unofficial. SUV just reached.
No official like the
Don't worry, the party soon start. Talk to them SUV. Yeah.
Girl up on you with your picture. Your girl she text me. Say you mad out for her.
So we are blood clot body in a bed.
You are the demon.
Yeah, some bad to blood, but pull up.
It's a YAAD Entertainment. Understand? Man, no.
Talk to them now.
What did they say? No one does it, no.
Girl, she texts me, say you mad up here, to your
I tell you, so we rinse through like dirty water.
Need demon parabol and a bed. Say your body in a bed. Tell me how you cock it up. Tell her how the pussy fat so till it buff. She never say another word before she know the cock it up. You jack it up. She beat in one time, she swear you out to broke, but then you.
Hold on. Yes. Once the body pull up, right through.
The can't lie. Me need me one dog.
Wait.
The can't lie.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think. Hold on. I can't lie to you. I think we found a new anthem.
Yeah.
I think we found a new anthem for y'all Fridays. Yo,
listen.
Yay.
That's the song when you first get on the set.
You feel me?
DJs can mash it up, but no one got a dub plate like this.
Hey, well, they don't know, say your girl NChann
Nobody got
Soriano
that like
representing for YAAD
Tell 'em.
Entertainment. Yeah, and we say big up man like Kid the Mix, the real youth with the chip tooth, you see me? Big up man like JB, unofficial, creation sensation.
Tell 'em.
And we say, all them Kid the Mix, make them know what go on. Big up the whole of Brooklyn, you don't know it.
Here we go.
It's a YAAD Entertainment exclusive.
Once again, big up to everybody who had it to lock in on the outside. Tough famous, everybody in that Jamaica. What up to you?
Girl, she texts me, say you mad up here, to your body in a bed. She say you are the funny demon.
Make sure you have your ticket for YAAD the food. George Truly Kid the Mix on the inside.
We outside.
If you're not there, then you're square. Because you're not around. You have to be in there like underwear. Watch this.
No, me hear the girl them say you're sweet like honey. And they be unofficial of the girl them tender run. So we no like it one cause car no don't no give a fuck. A boy search for girl up on your uchi out to choke. But girl she takes me say you mad up fear head to your blood clot body in a bed. She say you are the punny demon. A parabol and a bed. Not to your blood clot body in a bed. She say you skinny toe real wide and then they go to red to your blood clot body in a bed.
Here we go now.
Oh you twist it tripod you a swing it third leg you use your blood clot body in a bed.
Yes, yours truly, Kid the Mix on the inside, NChann Soriano on the inside. She had to tell Uno, YAAD Entertainment, blood clot body, you know, dead. Yo, make sure you go and get Vengeance, the mixtape. It is out. The link is right there, pinned in the comments. It's on SoundCloud. Make sure you get it.
Yeah.
If you don't get it,
to the ladies, them we see enough girl are rolling still, you know.
yeah, you have to release tunes to the girl them.
Lego the pose, cause pose after the girl them.
Lego the pose, I go look at the pose.
True.
I feel like the pose.
One ladies to broke out.
1, 2, 3.
Watch the thing though. Pick up to everybody on the locked in. This thing on one bumble.
Bro. You gotta say this.
Big up to everybody who had it locked in. I'm sorry, but I had to cut it. Big up to everybody who had it locked in. Thank you. Each and every Friday, 10 to whenever the phone dead, they are. Right? Watch this.